There's a ton of advice everywhere on how to attract women, and what many forget is that attraction, seduction, or whatever you want to call it is purely an emotional process, not physical or social. Because you can even say the wrong things and still attract a woman, and you can say all the right things and repel her. So, how can you conquer or attract women? What really matters is the intention, motivation, and authenticity you have to improve your love life. You need to improve your emotional life. What you're about to learn is crucial for your development. You have to wake up. Everything society has told you about women is completely wrong. That's why today I'll explain how female psychology works and what you need to do to attract them. If you've come to this video, it's because this information interests you, and I can assure you that you should know it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss out on all the content we have for you. Let's get started. People always choose who they want to be with based on how they feel with that person. For us men, it's often quite simple. A woman who we find beautiful makes us feel very good, so we pursue an adventure with her, and if we feel cared for, respected, and admired by her, we seek a relationship with her. But women experience attraction differently than we do, so it can be a bit more complicated and challenging for us to figure out what makes them attracted to us. But the principle remains the same. Women choose men who make them feel a certain way. In the video description, I'll leave a link for you to acquire a course on how to conquer women, which I know will be very helpful to you. Let's continue. How to evoke emotions. If your question is, how can you evoke emotions in women? Well, I'll tell you that there are several ways to evoke emotions in a woman, and how you evoke that emotion will determine the quality and quantity of relationships you have with women. What I'm saying is that you'll find a lot of advice on how to attract women, and some will even say to tease them, others will say to be selfish with them, and still, others will say to buy them gifts, or even to be cold and calculating. Whichever path you choose to follow with women will correspond to the type of relationship you create. So, if you choose to be cold, calculating, and manipulative with women, it means you'll naturally seek women who will create a cold, calculating, and manipulative relationship with you. If you pursue women with a need for them and an idealization of them, you'll attract equally naive and insecure women who will create a relationship based on need and false idolatry. It's important to mention that there's still no consensus on what attracts women to men. Science has found dozens of factors, some important and others minor, but there's no general model that everyone agrees on. And anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you. Many of these traits that determine attraction are completely out of our control, such as genetic makeup, physical characteristics, social perceptions, and so on. What does matter is how you feel about yourself, and others is how you express yourself to others. In the end, it's not about learning lines or routines or even dressing a certain way. It's about unmasking the unique and attractive man within you and expressing it joyfully to the women of the world. Thoughts you need to change. These types of men who seek their best version and not women are the ones who truly stir emotions in them. They are the ones who ignite the flame, and I assure you there aren't many of these. In today's world, it's full of simp men who pedestalize women and put them ahead of everything else in their lives. If you really commit to being your best self in all areas, that's when women will come to you, and I mean in all areas. Often, many guys work on their finances and their bodies but completely forget about their social life, and you also need to learn how to interact with others. As Bruce Lee said, when you truly see the results of your personal development in your interactions. If you don't know how to flirt or talk to a woman, you won't be able to attract her, which is why you need to learn social skills as well. Remember, what's inside is reflected outside. You can't pretend to be happy at the expense of other people, and even less at the expense of material possessions. Learn to be happy alone and create an abundance mindset within yourself. Only then can you attract abundance in your external life. Stop searching for happiness outside. You won't find it there, only within yourself. Think about the most attractive and charismatic people you've met. They are people who know how to be happy alone and don't seek approval from others because they already know their worth. Is all of this related to female psychology? When a girl sees that many other women like you, she will subconsciously think you're a good catch and will stir emotions in her, wondering what it is about you that makes so many women like you. On a more biological level, she unconsciously knows you must have good genetics or resources to protect her. This is why if you appear needy, you convey the complete opposite. She will understand that you have no options and are not a good catch. Stop being needy and start being abundant. You never have to try to convince a woman to love you. Doing so just shows that you're another needy guy among many. Attraction is not a choice, it can't be negotiated. By doing this, you're letting her know that you don't believe you're good enough to be with her. Don't try to convince her, just know your own value and feel confident and secure in it. If you're aware of your own worth on the inside, you'll show it with the confidence and security you exude. Now, these psychological tricks can help you attract the woman you like when you're with her. The first trick, it has to do with mirroring her body language. When you're with someone, try to do the same things they do. Obviously, it has to be done discreetly. You're not going to mimic her exactly, but for example, if she leans towards a certain direction or makes a certain gesture, try to imitate it as delicately as possible. This makes the other person feel a sense of familiarity, which makes them more comfortable and more likely to like you. The second trick, it's emotional contagion. This contagion is based on mirror neurons that we all have, which drag us into feeling the same way as the person in front of us, so you can use this to your advantage. If you show yourself to be cheerful, positive, charismatic, and create a good atmosphere that makes the other person feel good when you're with them, they'll notice it. Not only that, but they'll also remember that situation, that interaction with you, as pleasant, enjoyable, and positive in the future, which means everything you were expressing. Third trick, it's that if you tell that girl that you like her, then that person will like you more. What do I mean by this? I don't mean telling her directly that you like her. Instead, you should use subtle gestures. For example, I like how you're dressed, I like your smile, I like your eyes. It's these little things that make the person feel good, feel flattered, and be attracted to you. Now you know, if you want to be with amazing women who are open, loving, and independent, then you must become the male equivalent. There's no magic potion for that. You have to become an honest, open, and strong man who believes in himself, takes care of himself, and is proud of the incredible life he has created for himself. Attracting women is not about looking attractive, it's about being attractive. Focus on becoming your best version. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Until the next video.